Hello and good morning, family. It is Friday, April 19th. TGIF, right? All right. Now, I know you're already looking at these cards going, wait a minute, something's off, something's different. Yeah. I told you that I was going to be introducing some new Oracle decks, and I'm only starting with two, okay? The background up here is something you already are familiar with, all right? And your extra tarot down here you're familiar with, but here, instead of Divine White Light Oracle and Callie, we're going to introduce two different ones. Now, I'll discuss it just a little bit more in a minute, but this one is the Starseed Oracle, okay? And this one is Telepathy Oracle, and it's telepathy with trees and how to talk with trees. And since that's one of my gifts, I'm going to introduce that, okay? Now, with that being said, bear with me, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you like them, don't like them, it's okay. I've got dozens more to introduce and replace if necessary, okay? But I'm only going to start with a couple because I don't want to overwhelm everybody, okay? So let's get started with what we normally do, and that's your Fairy Oracle. And today it's Flourish, okay? The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. All right. Now, I've talked about the lotus flower before, and the lotus flower starts at a very, very young seed, way down deep in the mud at the bottom of a pond or lake. Okay, and as they progress, they come from darkness to light and they surface, and that's when they bloom, when they hit the light. So that's what we're doing. We're flourishing. You are going from darkness to light. Okay, some people may call it a water lily or a lily pad. Okay, so that's what it means. But you are flourishing. Okay. All right, so always look at every aspect in your life right now and know that you're always coming to light and you're flourishing. That bloom, it blossoms bigger and bigger every day. Okay? All right, and we learn from it. Now, let's move on to your angelic light worker. And that is number 34. All right. Technologies of love. What we got going on here? Technologies of love. Technology can be a blessing if you're willing to engage with it while also paying attention to grounding, presence, and boundaries. Well, I don't know about you, but technology and I don't get along very well. Your soul can utilize technology as a means for sharing love, like I do with the channel, right? Reinforcing connection and supporting your life path. You can learn how technology can support your spiritual path and relationships without overtaking your life or becoming a poor substitute for human-to-human connection. Amen and amen. Here, technology refers to gadgets and communication devices as well as methods of spiritual healing. These are practices and steps that you know will help you. Support yourself by applying these practices in your life. Balance the exploration of new methods with what you know will work in the here and now. And I totally agree with that. Just for the simple fact, not that it's because I can't figure out all technology. It's for the simple fact that technology in this day and age has ruined humanity and the person-to-person contact. People don't know how to go about their business without texting and video chatting, and there's no person-to-person contact. Now, of course, there's a huge exception to this rule because so many of us live so far apart, okay? So I'm not going to bitch about all of it. It is good that we can communicate no matter where we're at in the world. But the fact that we spend 90-some% of our time with our thumbs on a screen and our eyeballs stuck to it is pathetic. And it's sad. You haven't seen too much of me recently is because I got rid of it as far as I could. It's still my work. I still appreciate the technology, but I absolutely refuse to have any electronics around me at any time. I spend most of my time outside. And even when I'm working inside the house, there is no phone. The computer is not on. The most of the technology that's running is a radio, and I'm listening to music. That's it. We have got to get back to the old ways of communication. Am I asking and criticizing you to stop doing what you're doing? No, because it's baby steps. Some people can't even go pee without taking their phone. You can't give yourself 30 seconds or 2 minutes or however long it takes you. That's your business, not mine. TMI. Without your phone. It is like an extra limb. We appreciate the technology, and yes, it does come in handy. But are we overusing and abusing it? Stop and think about that. How does it help and how does it hinder you? So that's your question of the day. Okay? How are we supposed to flourish naturally if technology is running our life? Just saying. All right. King's going to get out his paintbrush. Jen's going to get off her soapbox. But I can't take it anymore. It's just too much. All right? Okay, let's move on to your mystical shaman today. And it is number 26. The hummingbird. How fast are your wings flapping right now? Go, 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 go. All right, well, let's see what it says. All right, the essence of the hummingbird. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers. That's what it says. I didn't know journeyers was a word. Okay. Migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest. Bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurts. Head for the flowers and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. Wow, they're telling us to bypass the pile of crap. Okay. Which is healing from old pain and hurt and cords, past lives, garbage, everything that they've been telling us recently. And hummingbird is a representation of that. So thank you, Spirit. All right. Moving on to your secret language of light. Busy card recently. Number 43. Enlightenment. Evolution is guaranteed. Enlightenment is fluid. It's always changing. So let's remind ourselves what this card means. Well, if I can get it to go in there. All right. You are waking up from your old habits and patterns. At times you may feel bewildered or not quite like yourself. Relax. All is well. You're just keeping up with your evolution and the life that you desire. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul perspective. It's common for your mind or body to resist, react, or panic when you experience the unfamiliar or the unknown. However, from this higher vantage, you can change any story that splits you in two and heal any wounds. You are not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, see all the components of a memory so that a new conclusion can form. An unbalanced memory reacts to the trauma every time it's talked about or remembered. This event or person will be blamed for pain in your life today. If you have a balanced memory, it has no charge or activation and becomes wisdom. You may even come to see a challenge as the best thing that ever happened to you. Once you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. Yeah, that's when we get to the point that we don't do the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and the woe is me anymore. You're like, oh, thank you, Creator, for making me and allowing me to go through that. Because in hindsight, I see it was for the best. That's how you move towards enlightenment. That's how you heal, okay? If you can look at the positive of the traumatic things that you have already gone through or are going through, that means you're really on a growth pattern. And that's beautiful. Hats off to you guys. All right. Love and light today. Release your cares to God. There you go. Oh, that I had wings like a dove, then I would fly away and rest. Man, if we couldn't fly away and disappear from all the troubles and worries and anxiety and the woulda, shoulda, couldas and all that stuff. Well, you can. Just by simply giving it to your Creator. That's one of the things that I started to learn to do. I look at the Creator and I go, nope. I actually have a t-shirt that says, nope, not today. I'm not doing it. No, I release it to your to the divine Creator, and I absolutely say, I'm not doing it. I am not made for that. I am worthy. I am loved unconditionally, and I do not deserve this. So you will take it. It's yours. You can have it. With a pretty little bow and a sweet kiss. Mwah. Love you, Creator. Thank you. Whatever you're worried about, whatever you're going through, whatever you're trying to get rid of, or trying to figure out, let go, let God, right? I know. Everybody's sick of hearing it. Easier for you to say, Jen. No, it's not. This has been a long process for me. But I'm telling you, it works. It does work. When you start throwing up your hands and just go, okay, whatever. Ask yourself if you're in a situation that you can control and do something about, or if it's out of your hands, give it to God. He will take it. All right? I know. Jen's on a soapbox today, but I've been up a really, really long time. I still haven't slept, and I'm getting ready to take kitty cats to the veterinarian. I'm very tired. All right. Bear with me. Mercy and grace. All right. Angel therapy today. Cut your cords. It's just a reminder. We're still healing and we're getting rid of the garbage. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. If we don't learn from the old ways, this lifetime or old, we just continue to repeat. Repeat. How many times do we have to keep doing it before we go, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not. I cut the cord. You release your care to God. And you stop. That's when you reach enlightenment. Be the little hummingbird. It's okay. Excuse me. Now, let's get into your new stuff, shall we? Now, I told you that I'd slowly introduce, and if I could, and that's what I'm going to do. So today we're going to start with an oracle deck, and it's called the Star Seed Oracle. And I shuffle these just like I do everything else. And this is the one that came out today, and it's called the Great Severing. It's a Mars energy. It's about anger, conflict, and softening to love. Okay, so this actually has an author, and it does have an explanation, but just take the basics right off the bat. So this is being in a moment of frustration. I don't know what to do. What should I do? And then trying to figure out, me getting mad about it's not helping. So let's try to soften my approach and use more love and light. So this is what the author says. This is a shadow card. One that may feel confrontational, but don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, find our way back to love. There's many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When you're hurt, it's normal to close off your heart to the world, to let the painful experience conform the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyzes you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave. Soften your heart anyways. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. Yeah. It's a reminder, Spirit knows, off-worlders know, your Creator knows, this is a hard world we live in. So instead of allowing the 3D things that we deal with on a daily basis to give you fear, anxiety, worry, and even more importantly, anger, actually I think on the scale, fear is a lower frequency than anger, so I'll correct myself on that. We have to make sure that we're not staying in those lower frequencies. We accept it and go, okay, just like releasing your cares to God. I'm not doing it. I'm cutting the cord. So they're still reassuring us that if we would just let go of stuff, it would be so much better. All right, so that is one of your new decks today, the Star Seed Oracle. I hope it resonates with you. You'll let me know in the comments if you like it or you don't like it. Okay, now the next new one is the Telepathy Oracle cards, and this has to do with communication with trees. I have a very, very strong bond with trees. I have all of my life. I was walking and talking with trees since I started walking and talking. So these don't have a book. The Telepathy Oracle is made that way for a reason, because I allow the tree energy to talk to me and then I interpret, and you can take it or leave it. You do you, boo, okay? But the first card that we get today is admiration. It's time to think about everything you appreciate in your partner. Now, when it says partner, I don't want you to think this has to be a lover partner, okay? I want you to think of maybe your partner is your best friend. Maybe it's a sibling, okay? Whoever is closest to you in your life, they are asking you, because this is about love energy, I want you to stop and think about all the things that you admire about that person. No negativity, okay? Because remember, we're cutting cords, we're remembering love, we're thinking all the positive stuff, okay? So make it a journal entry if you want to. All the things that you appreciate about your partner, because think about it, maybe a tree is your partner. Whoever that is to you, I want you to stop and think about what you appreciate and give gratitude to them personally, but also to the Creator for allowing your contracts to cross paths. Okay? So that's just a little spiritual advice today. All right? Admiration. Maybe it's not a partner. Maybe it's just somebody that, maybe it's yourself. Maybe you stand in front of that mirror and you list all the things that you admire about yourself. That's not stuck up and snobby. That's understanding self-love and self-worth. Okay? Now, your final card today, that extra tarot that I pull. Today we have the Page of Swords, a little baby page. What are we learning today? Well, it just so happens a Page of Swords is very curious, very alert, kind of like a hummingbird. All right? Remember, swords are about intellect, your thoughts, your words. Okay? So maybe you have a new bright idea. Maybe you want to explore a new endeavor, learn something new, go back to school, whatever that means. Maybe you're already in school and you're just trying to learn the best of the best. You're applying yourself to learn new things. All right? You're observing. You're conversing with other people. You're using your words. You're starting new conversations with new people in your life. This family grows every day. Maybe you're talking to new people. All right? But it is about just observing, correspondence, communication. But if it's personal to you and you have a new thought and you're learning new things, this is an encouragement. Maybe just the advice today, maybe the new Oracle cards are the Page of Swords. Ooh, that's new. Learning something new today. So it's appropriate that Spirit gave us that one. Take it for what it's worth. See if it discerns right with you. And if it does, go with it. Okay? Don't overthink it. Just be alert. Pay attention. Take it in for what it's worth. All right? All right. So, introducing new oracles. Let me know if you like them, don't like them. I'll let them run a few days before I change them out. I may eventually change them all out. But let me know what you think. I hope you got a blessing out of it. I hope you have a beautiful Friday. And I hope you have a gorgeous weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Many blessings. Remember, I love you.